Hello again and welcome to Tailgate Talk on SJ Varsity, sunjournal.com. Kalle and Randy Whitehouse here, taking you through the Class C schedule of the 2011 high school football season. And Kalle, Class C, some new faces in new places, some new places in new places on the Class C docket this year. Just talk about the changes in Class C.
Well, and kind of an old face, an old, almost predating us on this planet. Telstar Regional High School once had a football team. They won a couple of state championships back in the 70s. They are back for the first time in 30 years. They had a JV team sort of built up slowly the last 5 seasons. Were undefeated at that level last year. So they're certainly a team that comes in with some confidence. They've learned how to win some games. They've done it the right way. They said they watched some other schools that kind of rushed into things in a couple of years, and Telstar took its sweet time doing so. Poland, a team that didn't have a lot of success in Class B, but has moved down to Class C just under that enrollment cutoff number. They've got some confidence that they built at the end of last year, won a couple of games, played Wells very tough at the end of the season. And they think they can be in that 8-team playoff mix in Class C. And that's who else is the new team? Oh, Jay and Livermore have moved out. So there you go. And Madison moved out as well. So there's a lot of changes on the horizon, and some familiar faces though this weekend. I think you'll see a couple of them matching up with each other in Wales in what looks like a big game.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the Saturday games, and one of the better crossover rivalries in Class C, Lisbon at Oak Hill. Two teams that figure to be near the top of the standings in Western C.
They always seem to play the first or second week of the season. It's always Saturday afternoon because neither field has lights yet. And it's always about 100 degrees or feels that way, and it comes down to depth, and both schools have it. They're among the bigger schools in Class C, bigger programs, kind of around that BC cutoff spot. So it's a game that you never seem to know which way it's going to go. Usually comes down to the second half, who's got more adrenaline, who's got a little more left in the tank. Lisbon got some kids into the lineup last year that didn't really have a lot of experience during the season, but because of injuries and ineligibility at the end, got a lot of backs and linemen into the mix, and now some of them are moving up, becoming sophomores and juniors, and they're going to see a lot of playing time this year. And of course, the one kid that really comes to mind is the junior quarterback, Ryan Reardon. He stepped in and played the last 2.5 games last year, and he was very successful. Oak Hill also with a sophomore quarterback, and they kind of lost their linchpin guy in Josh Allen last year. But again, they've been building that depth, learning how to win, taking another step each year. They went from a quarterfinalist to a semifinalist last year. These are 2 of the top 4 teams in most people's mind in Western C.
And we're here at Maxwell Field where Winthrop is preparing for their matinee contest on Saturday at Telstar. And that could be an interesting game. Winthrop kind of in a rebuilding mode here, and I'm sure Telstar's chomping at the bit.
Kind of a crossroads matchup. Winthrop's been in the playoffs the last 3 or 4 years, and of course a couple of years ago they were expected to take a step down, and they got all the way to the semifinals again. So Winthrop's one of those teams that as the season goes along, you're going to see them get better week to week. I think Coach Joel Staunton believes that about this team. They got some young kids that have the talent and the wannabe. They just got to get there at the end of the year. Telstar, 9 or 10 seniors in the group. Depth, they seem to have it. Size, they definitely have it. And home field, they're going to have it on Saturday. They should have the biggest crowd they've had there for a football game since 1981 when they dropped the program. So it's going to be a fun game.
The Friday slate includes Poland's Class C debut, and they're at Sacopee Valley, provided Sacopee Valley still has a team.
They postponed their last scrimmage, which I think that was against Oak Hill, so that can't bode well for them.
And the other one is Dirigo Under the Lights, hosting Freeport.
That's another one of the changes we didn't mention, but yes, it's a big one. Friday Night Lights coming to Dixfield. Freeport 2 years ago, Dirigo blew them out at home on the way to a state championship. Last year, Freeport gave them a heck of a game on a Saturday afternoon down at Freeport's field. I believe 25-12 was the final. Dirigo's got some athletes, and they're a year older and a year stronger. The Cougars look to be one of the favorites in Western C.
Well, that'll do it here for Tailgate Talk, our first week. We encourage you to click on over to the Class A and Class B preview videos as well. We also encourage you to check out the Sun Journal newspaper Thursday through Monday for continuing coverage. We encourage you to log on to sunjournal.com each and every day and each and every week for all the high school football coverage you could even possibly want. For Kalle Oaks, Randy Whitehouse, everybody have a good weekend.